Hey folks, I hope you all had a happy and safe 4th of July weekend, and I just want to talk to you what I've been up to since then. So for 4th of July, I grabbed out of the closet the Roku 1.0 and a Vizio TV, plugged them together, and put it by the pool. So we're hanging out by the pool, in the pool, out of the pool, whatever, and watching movies off the Plex server that I have. Or actually, did we? No, I think it was Netflix. The next thing, a YouTube viewer or Google Plus follower asked me about Phronix testing on the Upboard. This is the Up Squared. So it's an Intel board. It has HDMI and DisplayPort. I won't say DVI. 2 gig Ethernet ports, USB 3.0, all sorts of good stuff baked into it. And so on openbenchmarking.org, I'll put the link in the notes. So here's my two tests on the right. One is just Upboard Squared, and I figured I'd just kind of give myself a plug by making it the Flying Rich Upboard Squared. The results are a little different. Both were not done after a fresh reboot, so I would expect performance to be better than that. And of course I printed. So I'm printing standoffs. Well, these standoffs are what's used right here. And obviously I'm doing that because I had a problem printing, and I had many problems printing. I'm printing a leg for a monitor stand. Now I'm printing 2 legs for the monitor stand. And I'm printing a 10-round AR-15 magazine to get the sizing. And I'm printing standoffs again because I had a problem printing. I printed a top section of the magazine just to get the sizing and fit right, and I did get that right. I had a problem. We had a power outage, and what happened is my access point came up first before my main home router, and it started issuing DHCP licenses. And that was a problem. I turned it off, and then a day later I didn't realize, hey, I wasn't connecting. My PioWare is out in the shed at the Hughes Compound Southern Command. And so I wasn't getting any connectivity to the PioWare. I didn't do a trace route first, and I just started like, well, maybe it's the Pi is bad. Maybe it's the Wi-Fi is bad. Maybe the Wi-Fi adapter went bad. I didn't do a trace route to figure out like, hey, the problem wasn't that. It was that I turned off the DHCP in the access point that's used for the backyard. If I diagnosed it properly, then I was going through the fit of, hey, I guess I got to go up in that hot rafter space there and swap out the access point. But the access point, I can connect directly to it by Wi-Fi and turn on the DHCP, which I did, and now that worked again, so I was pretty happy about that. I printed a Raspberry Pi clip, and I also did a modification for that clip. So this is what the clip looks like. My idea is that for my data center in a drawer, I can take these things. Oh, that's not what I wanted to show you yet. I can take these things and I can drop them into slots. And I made one, I stretched it lengthwise, widthwise, and modified the portion that clips in for the Banana Pi M3. So right now I have them set up for, so I increased the size also because the Banana Pi M3 is bigger, so I had to increase the size so they would all fit in a standard slot. And I haven't done the slot part yet, but I printed a couple of those out. I got a successful print of the AR-15 10-round magazine with the follower and floor plate. Oh, okay. So I've taken my hand at a little bit of live streaming on Facebook and YouTube, and this is a hot shoe for the mic I got, and this is what it looks like. And I printed one of those or 2 of those and realized, you know what? Why do I want to print that, screw it into the ball when I can print, well, that's the ball for another thing. But I can print, there's the plugs for the unselfie stick. There it is. So I can mate the hot shoe to the ball and then have it set up like this. So here's the hot shoe mated to the ball with my universal joint that fits on here, and then another universal setup, and it's fitting my Note 4, which most of the stuff that you see here is not an original design. It's more something that I found and modified. So this clamp was designed for smaller phones, not a Note 4 in an OtterBox case, and I made it, cut it and enlarged it a couple of different ways and made it work for my Note 4. Here's the Raspberry Pi that I was talking about on the printer knob after a bunch of failed tests, and I'll show you some of the failed test results. Oh, this is so cool. This is a Cylon Raider. So now if you're going to 3D print something and it's rounded on both ends, if you slice it down the middle and print so the front facing up and the back facing up, then you can just, massage this line here, get it nice and smooth, and glue it together with Crazy Glue. This is PLA. And then you have a Cylon Raider. It's kind of small. It fits in the palm of your hand. Just give you the scaling right, and probably would need a lot of work to make it finish nice. So, and here's the failed print. So I printed black Scotch-Brite. Yeah. As in, I had a problem with bed leveling, and then once I got the bed leveling set, I didn't lock down the Z adjustment, the Z end stop adjustment, and this is what you get when you don't do all of that stuff right. So here's the Cylon Raider top and bottom, how it was more or less printed. That's where the picture is. So this is the Banana Pi M3 and the Raspberry Pi. And so these are both the same height, and they'll slot into something, and there'll be a little detent in the slot that engages this notch. That's what's up. What else? That would be so cool for the 4th of July if my wife let me eat that stuff. But you know about all of that because I did the cheating on my wife video. So let's scroll down, and I just wanted to show you this picture. This is my bird, and my daughter took this picture. Is it Snapchat where they do these things? I just thought that was cool. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you see and want to support me, please go to patreon.com/flyingrich, and always go to flyingrich.com to keep up with me on my latest social media posts. And I'd like to thank my Patreon supporters. You guys are the best, and I really appreciate all of the help out there.